Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Surbhi, Junior Resident in the Department of Psychiatry. And today I will be presenting my seminar on the topic of rational emotive behavior therapy. So we will be covering this seminar under these broad headings. I'll be giving an introduction, then we'll talk a little bit about Albert Ellis, foundational concept, key concepts, philosophical viewpoints, goals and assessment, technique, and followed by summarizing the whole seminar and references. Introduction. Rational emotive behavior therapy is based on the premise that people are not disturbed by the events themselves, but by the interpretations and belief they hold about those events. It teaches individuals to identify, challenge, and replace irrational beliefs with rational, realistic ones, promoting healthier emotional and behavioral outcomes. Albert Ellis was an influential American psychologist and psychotherapist, best known as the founder of rational emotive behavior therapy. He is considered one of the most important figures in the development of modern cognitive behavioral therapies. In the early 1950s, Ellis broke away from the traditional psychoanalytic method and developed what initially he called rational therapy. And later on, he renamed it to rational emotive behavior therapy because amongst the psychologists, it was a viewpoint that it is a therapy without emotions. So therefore, he had to rename it. And this breakthrough was because he had become dissatisfied with the use and the premise of psychoanalysis and the person centered therapies. So he introduced the idea that irrational beliefs are at the core of emotional disturbances. His approach focused on identifying, challenging, and replacing these beliefs with rational alternatives. Foundational concept. So this whole therapy is founded, basically the whole foundational concept of the therapy is first the cognition influences the emotions and the behavior. How do you think about something determines how you feel and act about things. People hold irrational beliefs. Many emotional problems arise from rigid and unrealistic thoughts, like I must be perfect. It is a very irrational and unrealistic thought, but this belief is going to give rise to a lot of problems in it. Belief can be changed. By disputing and replacing irrational beliefs, people can develop more adaptive responses. Albert Ellis is known to give the ABC model of REBT. So the ABC model is wherein A stands for activating. So wherein activating means that there has to be an activating event which has led to the problems in life. B stands for belief. So a patient after going through an activating event in life, they form a belief around that event. Always this belief has to be irrational. Then the consequences. After forming a very systematic belief around that activating event, the consequences succeed. D and E are from the psychotherapist point of view. D is wherein the psychotherapist has to disrupt this whole irrational belief. An effective outlook, which the patient has to follow through and has to develop through the succeeding therapies. So this is an example of how things work. A is that you fail in a job interview. So this has been the act. B is that I am a failure and I will never succeed. So what will be the consequence? Depression and giving up. So the REBT will target the B, that is the belief which has been formed after the activating event, to change the consequences. Belief. What are belief? Irrational beliefs are rigid, illogical, and unrealistic. I must be liked by everyone. Rational beliefs are flexible, logical, and self helping. I prefer to be liked, but I can accept if someone doesn't. Cognitive restructuring. This involves identifying, disputing, and replacing irrational beliefs with rational alternatives. Techniques include logical analysis, empirical questioning, and functional questioning. Is this belief helpful? So during the whole therapy sessions, this is the work of the therapist to provide them logical analysis to make the patient capable enough of answering the empirical questions and forming functional questioning. Unconditional acceptance. REBT emphasizes three types of acceptances. First is unconditional self-acceptance. I accept myself even when I fail to behave poorly. Unconditional other acceptance, wherein others are fallible and imperfect, and that's okay. Unconditional life acceptance, wherein life can be difficult or unfair, but I can still choose how to respond. Emphasis on responsibility. So the therapist always provides the emphasis on responsibility. So RABT teaches that we are responsible for our emotional reactions because we create them through our belief. This promotes empowerment and personal growth. Direct, active directive approach. So in the active directive approach, REBT is just not reflective or supportive. The therapist plays a very active role also, wherein he or she helps the clients in identifying the irrational beliefs, in actively dispute them, and practice new thought patterns and behaviors. Goal oriented and time limited. The therapies have to be goal oriented, wherein the therapist has to lay down the goals of the therapy and what is the expected outcome of the therapy. It has to be time limited and focus has to be on the present and the future. Masturbation. Now, this was a term which was coined by Albert Ellis himself. So, as per him, it is the tendency to impose absolutist, unrealistic expectations, such as I must do well, others should treat me fairly, and life ought to be easy. So, as per him, masturbation had three domains: self demands, other demands, and world demands. Self demands, wherein the person feels that he has to be perfect. Other demands, wherein the person feels that the others around him have to be perfect. And in the world demand, the person will feel that the world has to be perfect around him. And why is this phenomena harmful? Because it creates rigid expectations that are often impossible to meet, triggers emotional distress when reality doesn't align with the must, prevents flexible, rational thinking and acceptance. So these are the examples as to how is rational alternatives different from masturbation. So whenever a patient will come to you and say, I must succeed. So this is the goal of the therapist to provide a rational alternative that I want to succeed, but I can accept failure. People must like me. I prefer to be liked, but I'll survive if they don't. Life must be fair. Life isn't always fair, but can manage. Now, talking about the philosophical viewpoints, there are some philosophies from the past, from the greater minds, which have also played their role in shaping the REBT. So, rationalism. First is emphasis logical thinking over emotional reasoning. Stoicism, wherein promotes control over emotions through thought. Humanism, wherein values dignity, growth, and self worth. Constructivism, reality is shaped by beliefs which can be changed. And existentialism, wherein encourages responsibility and acceptance of life's limits. Now, what are the goals of REBT? First is to achieve emotional well-being. Second is to increase the personal responsibility. Third is to reduce self-defeating behavior. Fourth is to promote flexible logical thinking. And encourage unconditional self-acceptance. Assessment. Assessment is obviously it is on history taking, on serial MSCs, and even when the therapist will conduct the sessions subjectively, objectively, the therapists will make out whether the sessions are being successful or where the patient or the therapist are lagging behind. But we have some tools also for that. First is the Millen clinical multi-axial inventory. Then we have pet depression inventory, and then we have frustration discomfort scale. So this scale helps us to distinguish between self-esteem from frustration tolerance. Now, therapeutic relationship. It is very important. What is the role of therapist? The role of therapist is to be very direct, active, directive, and educative. Nature of relationship has to be collaborative, not overly nurturing. It is very important that it has to be collaborative and not nurturing. Emotional tone has to be honest, accepting, and goal focused. And focus has to be on the present belief and behaviors. And goal is to empower the client to self-regulate emotionally and think rationally. Now, what are the techniques that we use? First is cognitive disputation, wherein you challenge the irrational thoughts. Then behavioral exercises, wherein we give assignments for homeworks and facing fears. Emotive strategies, role playing, humor, and homework assessment assignments for real life practice. Now, approaches. There are basically four approaches: cognitive approach, emotive approach, behavioral, and then insight building. Cognitive approaches. Goal of the cognitive approach in therapy is to reduce emotional distress by changing faulty thinking, develop rational adaptive belief, increase personal responsibility and self-control, build long-term resilience and emotional well-being. Behavioral approaches, homework assignments, trying new behavior in real life situations, role playing to practice social skills or confront fears, behavioral rehearsal of new rational responses, active scheduling to overcome avoidance or passivity. Emotional approaches. The emotional approaches, you can they can be emotions are based. You can try to tell this to the patient that emotions are based on belief. How we interpret events shapes our emotional response. Irrational emotions have to be addressed. Intense, disappropriate emotions are caused by irrational belief. Healthy emotional expression has to be encouraged, wherein the clients are encouraged to express and then experience emotions in adaptive way. Disputation of emotions, challenging irrational emotional reaction and replacing them with healthy rational ones. And finally, self acceptance, learning to accept and deal with emotions without self criticism. Insight. So, when insight, there we have to, the aspect is that we have to believe, create emotions. This is what we have to inculcate in the client. Insight is how beliefs lead to emotional consequences. Irrational beliefs have to be addressed. Understanding that irrational beliefs create distress and often unrealistic. ABC model has to be included where it realizes that beliefs mediate the connection between the events, the emotions. Unconditional acceptance, gaining insight into the importance of accepting oneself, other without demands. Change and possible, believing that emotions and behaviors can be modified through changing irrational behavior. In the end, I would like to summarize that REBT is a therapeutic approach that emphasizes the power of rational thinking in overcoming the emotional difficulties. It helps individuals identify and dispute irrational beliefs, leading to more balanced emotional responses and healthier behavior. By focusing on self acceptance, responsibility, and rational thinking, REBT helps individuals create lasting psychological change. This is a very famous quote given by Albert Ellis. You largely construct your own emotional destiny. The good news is that you can change. These are my references. Thank you.